What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It is Core CTO, and Perception may be one of, if not the best counter in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And there's a few reasons why I say this. I want to explain that in this video here. So we all know what Perception does. It's just basically a counter for whenever you are attacking the enemy. They'll do like, you put him to Perception. They will do like this counter stance here that you'll see Goku go into right there. And when they're in that counter stance, they will do a move that actually pushes you backwards and resets the situation. Now, the reason why I say Perception may be one of, if not the best counters in the game, is because you actually can use Perception in the middle of characters' rush chains. So you'll see here, Goku does a rush chain. 5 rush attacks into this move here, 5 rush attacks into the auto combo. But you know, if you notice the first time, I was able to actually counter that run up move there, and that is free. That is me just holding down the Perception button. I'm not timing it or anything like that. I'm just holding it down, and you can counter and get out of the situation. Now, normally that does cost blast stock. It does cost 1 blast stock for you to do that Perception there. But I want you to take note of this here. If I do that Perception there in the middle of his rush chain, guess what you can do in response? You can Ki Blast and combo. So you get your own combo, basically. You can break their combo for 1 skill gauge and get your own combo. For free. However, I am not done. If you thought I was done there, it does not stop there. Perception gets even better because you can also use it while you are blocking a rush chain. This is just one. This is another just one. We're gonna go through all of the uses for Perception in this video here. This is just one of the other uses for Perception. You can also use it while blocking a rush chain for Sonic Sway, and even not only just for Sonic Sway, just for your regular Perception attack. And if you notice that about Bojack's Perception attack, that's a little different from Goku's Perception attack. No, I want you to notice that. That's a little different from Goku's Perception attack. In case you did not notice or you have no idea what I mean by this, the Perception attack for Goku is a regular knockback. It's just his regular smash attack like this. This is basically the Perception attack that you get with Goku. Just a basic smash attack that knocks you back. But with Bojack, what you're getting is actually the heavy finish in his rush attack chain when you use his Perception attack. If you use his Perception attack, you are getting his heavy finish. Now, the reason why this is very much important, he's not the only character that had the Perception like this. There are other characters who also have Perceptions like this as well. Vegeta being one of them that I know that is off the top of my head. I think Gogeta has one like this as well. And the reason why this heavy finish Perception attack is really good is because it allows you to take the opponent's back. Just like that. If you notice that, you can go ahead and take the opponent's back for free with this Perception attack here. This is a free extension to the opponent's back. So let's just show off a quick scenario where if you get this off in a real match, what you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Now, that is super counterable as well as high speed movement counterable. However, here's the thing about that. You can only do those 2 things in that situation because you are getting hit from behind. If you did not know, you can only do revenge counter and Perception when getting hit from in front. So if the character is not hitting you in front, if they're hitting you from behind, the only options you have available to you are high speed movement as well as super countering. See, but here's the thing about that. While you can super counter and high speed evasion from behind, what you can do is delay or switch up the timings on your square attacks there. So let's say here I'm just pressing square as fast as possible. That's how that looks. Now, if I'm being more methodical with my square presses, you see how much slower those are compared to me doing this. So you can mix up timings middle of your chain. So you can do like 1, 2, 3 fast, 1, 2, 3 fast, 4, 5 slow, 1, 2, 3 fast, 4, 5 slow. So this way you're mixing up your super counter timings, making it harder for the opponent to super counter you while you are hitting them from behind. This is very good and very important for you to learn. The timings are very different on every character. These slower characters have stagger pressure or stagger pressure like this a lot easier because you can time the buttons a lot easier without you losing track of your combo or just losing the rush chain altogether. But you can do things like this to mix up your opponent's timings. This way they don't really know when they should be pressing the super counter button or when they should be trying to super counter you. And if they're just mashing the super counter button, like some people do, some people just kind of just mash up in triangle every time they see themselves getting hit. You can throw off their timings here. This way you're not getting super countered as often if they are doing that. Now, in case you thought I was done, no, I'm not done. I still got more, my brothers. So, remember how I told you that perception is different on every character and Goku only gets that knockback from his regular perception? What if I told you that he gets even more than that? What if I told you that depending on your elevation on the stage relative to the ground and whether you're able to force a ground bounce, that you're actually able to potentially guarantee a rush attack super. Now, let me show you what I mean by this. Currently, I have the CPU set to just do rush attack chains, so he's just beating my ass with the rush attack chain. Now, there is a couple of ways to get around this. First thing I want to show you is the perception attack follow-up, which is just pressing triangle after doing perception. You get this follow-up here, which knocks the opponent away from you. If they're on the ground, they get a ground bounce. You could potentially follow up with a super here. If they miss the vanish, you get a free super. If you're fast enough with it, it combos into each other, basically. So you get it's a combo. It's a combo. They can still high speed rush out of it, but it combos. So it's basically a true combo. Well, not really true because they can vanish again, but same thing as you're in the air as well. If you do the perception follow-up and they don't block the follow-up with either a super counter or a high-speed evasion, because you can high-speed evasion or super counter that follow-up there. If they don't high-speed evasion it or super counter it, you're basically guaranteed a rush attack super because it does combo. So that is very strong in my opinion with perception. The fact that you can just guarantee yourself a super like that is pretty wild to me. With just the press of a button, press of 2 buttons, you just guarantee yourself over 10k damage depending on the character you're playing. It's kind of wild to me. Very strong. I think people should definitely be using this. Like, you should definitely be using this as long as people aren't able to counter it. This here, you can combo after it and get some nasty things as well. If they go for a rush chain in the middle of your combo, you just get a free combo in the middle of it. It's kind of crazy. Perception is very, very strong. Characters like Zamasu actually have a very interesting perception attack here, because his perception attack is actually a Kiai wave. Now, if you didn't know about Kiai waves, what you can do is you're actually able to flank the opponent here and get a back combo. Let me just show you that one more time. Go perception, and then you can flank to get a back combo. And this works in the air as well. So if I bring him up in the air and we get a hit, you can bring him up here as well. It's a little bit harder to do in the air, a little bit more tricky, but it's able to be done nonetheless. Let me just see if I can do it one more time for you guys. There we go. That being said, y'all, that is it for my perception overview. I will try to lab some counterplay to this and definitely go ahead and make a video updating you guys on some counterplay that you can do to stop people from doing this mid combos. But until then, definitely enjoy giving your opponent some hell. I ain't gonna lie. Be easy, be safe, y'all, and peace.